Hi, big sis. Can we talk now? Yeah, I just got home from work and was catching my breath. I'm fine anyway. What's going on? I have something to tell you. What is it? Good news or bad news? Very good for me, but not so good for you. What do you mean? I'm curious. Just spit it out. Yeah, well, I have a boyfriend now. Really? Congratulations. That's really good news. Why is it a bad thing for me that you now have a boyfriend? Because my boyfriend is Joe. Joe is your boyfriend? Yes, he is. He's your fiancé and you're getting married in a week. Wait a minute, what do you mean? How can Joe be your boyfriend? Well, actually, Joe is my type of guy. I've liked him ever since you introduced him, so every time I saw him, I couldn't stop my feelings for him. I ambushed him on my way home from work. When? About 2 weeks ago. Huh? Why did you do that when you knew I was engaged to him? Because I've always loved him. I really wanted him to know about my feelings. I wanted to tell him how I felt before he got married to you. So I told him honestly. Sally, what have you done? Joe is the person who's going to marry me. I knew I shouldn't have done that, but I just couldn't stop my feelings. You know what? Joe told me he's interested in me too. No kidding. He said I'm more beautiful than you, that it's hard for him to believe that we're sisters. Besides, he was surprised when he first saw me because I looked so different from you. I was going to give up, but he said he'd always been interested in me. I admit that you are more beautiful than me, but Joe is my fiancé and our wedding is in a week. Are you serious about this? Of course, I'm serious. Even though Joe is your fiancé, I can't stop myself from loving him. That's why we're dating now. What do you mean? Maybe Joe will contact you directly later. He said he's going to break off the engagement. I think he's thinking of marrying me. Oh no, that's never going to happen. Not with Joe. I would never believe anything you say. I understand your feeling. I didn't expect that too. I thought it was okay to have a one-sided love with Joe. But in the end, Joe didn't choose you. I can't believe this is really happening. Before Joe contacts you, I thought I should let you know, because I don't want you to be in great shock. Do you think that's allowed? Then what's going to happen to me? Well, I don't know because I'm not living your life, but I want you to be happy, sis. That's enough. I'll talk to Joe directly. Sis! Hey, answer me! Are you still mad at me? What do you want? I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the wedding. Did you manage to cancel the wedding venue? I'm sure you had rented outfits and made hair and makeup appointments, right? I'm sure it must have been a lot of stuff to cancel. I don't want you to worry about me. Leave me alone. Don't be so cold. I'm still worried about you since I'm your sister. Shut up. How can you steal someone's fiancé and then just text a person with no concern? I don't even consider you my sister anymore. Don't say that. You're still my sister. How many times do you have to take my boyfriend away to satisfy yourself? And to top it all off, you even took my fiancé. You've been like that since I was in high school when I had my first boyfriend. What are you talking about? You stole my boyfriends from me every time I had one. I didn't do that. They all told me they have feelings for me. It's not like I stole them from you. Technically, you weren't chosen. It's because you flirted with them, right? Just because you're a little prettier than me, it doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want. A little bit? For your information, I'm much prettier than you. And I have a nice style too. It's only natural for a guy to choose me instead. I don't get it. What is your main intention of doing that? Doing what? Why are you harassing me like that? Would you just stop hurting me? I can't believe you don't understand. Our parents have been nice only to you. Huh? They always praise you, all of the time. You have an ugly face, but you always know how to behave properly. That's not true. Don't call me ugly. Our parents always cared about you too. Stop saying random things. I won't be fooled. They told me to study hard like you, and also act like you, so that my friends will love me. That's what they've been telling me all the time. That's because you're always doing nasty things, pretending to study while reading comic books, or bullying your friends because you don't want to give them sweets. It's only natural for our parents to warn you. You're wrong. Our parents only care about you since you're good at study and you are also well behaved. I don't think so. So, since you took our parents away from me, I decided to take my revenge by taking away important things, including people, from you. Huh? I think you misunderstood our parents all this time. So you've been taking my boyfriend away from me all these years just because of that? That's right. I guess this is my way to take a revenge on you. I'm speechless. I've been hurt all this time just because of your stupid misunderstanding? This is very ridiculous. Ridiculous? I don't think so. Do you know how lonely I've been until this day? You're the one who decided to feel lonely. Our father tried so hard to spend time with you on holidays. Our mother packed as much of your favorite side dish as she could in your lunchbox on picnic day. Why can't you understand their kindness? Shut up. You have no idea how miserable I feel. I think you have a good point there. I also have no idea how you dared to steal someone's fiancé. Honestly, I don't even want to talk to you or look at your face. Can you please stop texting me? You are the one who must stop texting me. Anyway, I'll live a happy life with Joe. Be my guest. I don't need a man who doesn't care about me. How are you, sis? Huh? May I know who I'm talking to? It's me. Who are you? I'm your sister, Sally. Seriously? Of course. I didn't recognize your number. You wouldn't have responded to me if I used my old account, would you? You're right. Well then, I have nothing to say to you. Wait a minute. Don't you think it's rude to treat me like that? Your sweet little sister went to the trouble of texting you. I broke up with Joe, so you don't have to be mad at me anymore. That's not the point. Don't be silly. I don't want to hear your nonsense blabbering ever again. I have nothing to say to you. That's terrible. You don't have to talk like that to me. What are you talking about? I know about that. Know what? I heard you're getting married. How did you find out? I tried to keep it a secret. I didn't want you to know. Don't underestimate me. I have an extensive information network. You don't have to boast of yourself like that. I'll keep quiet about my marriage. I don't want to talk about anything with you ever again. Do I make myself clear to you? Are you sure about that? Huh? Actually, I've met your fiancé. What? You must be kidding me. I'm not kidding. It's Ted, isn't it? How did you know that? I have a bad feeling about this. Really? I've met him before, and I'm telling you the truth. I haven't heard anything from him. It's obvious, isn't it? He doesn't want to talk to you about that. Why wouldn't he? Where did you meet him? He works at a very nice place, right? I can't believe you have a fiancé who works at a prestigious company. No way. Did you really meet him? Yes, I did. I ambushed him in front of the company building. What a thing to do. How much more are you going to torment me? Are you trying to take away my fiancé twice? Don't say that. After all, I'm always the chosen one. Tell me how you met Ted. I was standing at the entrance of the building at the right moment. A man with a name tag, Ted Smith, came out of the building. What? He was on his way to buy lunch. Ted went out to buy lunch? That's right. I called out to him and told him about you. Seems that he was the right person. I see. What's with that cold tone? Nothing. So what did you say to him? Well, he told me that I'm a very attractive person, so he wants to go out with me. He also said that he wants to start a serious relationship with me if I don't mind. Even though he's engaged to me? That's what I said too. Then he said that he finally met the woman of his dreams. So he said it doesn't matter. Ted is a really wonderful man, isn't he? Did he really say that? Yes, he's very passionate. We've just met, but he told me that I'm a woman of his dreams. Passionate? Maybe you're right. Anyway, I thought maybe we meant to be together. I think I've heard the same words from you a couple times before. That's rude. This time I'm really serious. And you know what? I'm pregnant with your fiancé's child. Pregnant? What on earth do you think you're doing? Don't you regret doing that? I don't regret anything. Can you forgive me? Yes. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. What? You're not mad at me? Why should I? Because I'm pregnant with your fiancé's child. It's Ted's child, right? You have to be grateful for that. Well, I won't get angry if you say you won't regret it. Why? Oh, you're sad. I can understand that. Since I'm pregnant, you have no choice but to break off the engagement. It can't be helped. Anyway, it's none of my business. You don't have to tell me about that. Sis, answer me. Now what? Are you enjoying married life? You knew it, didn't you? Knew what? About your ex-fiancé. I don't understand what you're talking about. I mean, Ted was a terrible mama's boy. Mama's boy. So the rumors were true after all. Huh? He's a very handsome and kind man, but the rumor has it that he's a terrible mama's boy. Most of the female employees don't want to marry him. They said there's no point of getting married to a mama's boy, even though he's a good-looking guy. They also said that he's a real disappointment. Huh? But you were engaged to him, right? Didn't you know about that too? Looks like you got the wrong Ted. What do you mean? My fiancé's name is Ted Anderson. Anderson? Yes, there are many employees in that big company who have the same first name. My boyfriend is Ted Anderson, and the one you got married to is Ted Smith. It's a different person. What? Wasn't he your fiancé? Oh no. Then why did he pretend to be your fiancé? He knew that my boyfriend was engaged to me, so when he heard about that from you, he decided to do so in order to get closer to you. I can't believe he did that to me. Ted Smith is looking for a woman who can give birth his heir. His mother told him to do so, but there were rumors spreading around the company, so no one dares to get closer to him. He must have been looking for women in all kinds of places. And because I showed up, he decided to turn me into his target? That's right. You were the perfect prey for him and his mother. They wanted you to give birth to their heir. They never miss a prey they can catch, just like that. No way! I didn't know anything about that. What am I supposed to do? I don't know that either, but after I got your message, I asked my boyfriend about it, and that's when I found out. Because of that, I'm in a lot of trouble now. They treat me like a slave. Is that so? I'm forced to prepare meals in the morning, do laundry, clean the house, and work in the yard. During the day, I am with my mother-in-law all the time. She's the kind of person who won't even pick up the remote control that's right in front of her. If I didn't take care of her, she would put me in the punishment room. I'm surprised to hear there's a punishment room. Also, I didn't know that mother-in-law who treats her son's wife like a slave exists nowadays. Ted doesn't seem to care too. When he came home from work, he didn't even pay attention to me. He just talks happily and flirtatiously with his mother. His mother even followed him into the bedroom. She's sleeping with him. It's so disgusting that I feel like I want to throw up right away. Ew, I absolutely hate that. Looks like you got married to a wrong man. Both of them are telling to give birth to a male heir. They also told me to work as a housekeeper. I can't believe this is really happening since we're not living in the 19th century anymore. What a terrible mother and son. And if I don't give a birth a boy, they told me to keep on trying until a boy is born. What? That's a threat. I agree with you. My mother-in-law said that she'll watch over me and my husband during the intercourse. She also said she'll punish me if my husband wasn't satisfied. Yuck. That's really disgusting. I thought we only see that kind of stuff in movies. I have no doubt that you'll have a hard time for the rest of your life. Sis, I want a divorce. I can't live in this house forever. If possible, I want to leave before we find out the gender of our baby. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But it's very difficult for me to leave with my mother-in-law nearby me all day long, so please cooperate. I refuse. Why? Why should I help you? Because we're sisters. Isn't it natural to help your sister when she's in trouble? You must be kidding me. Stop blabbering nonsense, Sally. Do you realize how much trouble have you brought into my life? Do you have any idea how much you've hurt me? I would never help you after you took away my fiancé. Don't just say what's convenient for you. But it's just because they happen to like me more than you. It's not my fault. How dare you say that? You initiated the whole thing. Besides, this marriage is your fault. Why is it my fault? It's because you have a fiancé with the same first name. I don't understand. This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't approached him at the first place. That's what you get for trying to take away my fiancé. I don't know why you're so selfish. Then what am I supposed to do? I don't know. You can stay with them, or you can run away to do whatever you want. Gee, I didn't expect you to be such a terrible person. I'm speechless. You're the one who's terrible, you know. Fine then, I'm not asking for your help anymore. I'll ask our parents instead. They care about me, right? They used to care about you. What do you mean by that? They were quite angry when they found out you took my fiancé away from me. They said that they'll turn you away if you dare to come home. Besides, they also said that a daughter who dared to ruin her big sister's engagement isn't a family member. No kidding. Then there's no one to save me. That's the bitter fact you must accept. I don't care since it's not my life anyway, but I just want you to be happy since you're my sister. I'll give you back exactly what you said to me. Do I have to spend the rest of my life in this hellish house? That's too hard to bear. Please, sis, save me. I can't do that. You should taste the humiliation I've been through until today. What a heartless woman you are. I'm begging you so much, but you just ignore me. Nothing you say will change my mind. If you want to leave that house, you'll have to do something about it yourself. Don't say that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything I've done, so forgive me. That's impossible. I'm finally married. I'm happy every day now. I don't want you to interfere with my happiness anymore. I'm not going to interfere your happiness. I just need you to help me. You have deceived me so many times, Sally, so I won't ever be fooled again. I'm sorry, but you're on your own now. I beg you, sis, save me. Save me from this house. I'm gonna get rid of you, so I'll block you after this exchange. You're kidding, right? Please, wait. You're the only person I can rely on. Goodbye forever, Sally. I wish you luck. After that, Sally gave birth under the watchful eye of her mother-in-law and husband. Fortunately, she gave birth to a boy and was overjoyed at the same time. She was told to get out of the house right after that. Her son will be raised by her husband and mother-in-law. As expected, she had affection for the child she gave birth to, but she had to leave her in-laws' house in tears. Her wish may have been fulfilled, but in exchange, she lost her own child. Sally was really only there to produce a male heir. It's sad, but she has to accept the consequences of her own actions. No one knows where Sally went after she was kicked out. On the other hand, I was happily married, and I found out that I was pregnant with my first child. Me and my husband are looking forward to the birth of a healthy baby.